Hello, guys, and welcome again to another edition of Learning with Rich. Okay, in this topic, we are going to talk about project parameters in Revit. Okay, so I've been hearing a lot of questions on how to create project parameters. Okay, so this is now the topic that I'm going to discuss. So basically, what is project parameters? So first of all, according to the Autodesk Network Knowledge Network, a project parameters are containers for information you define and then add to multiple categories of elements in a project. Okay, and also project parameters are specific to the project and you cannot share or it cannot be shared with other projects. Well, unless you are creating shared parameters, but we're not talking about shared parameters here. We're talking about project parameters. Okay, so you can then use those project parameters in multiple category or single category. Okay, so what we are going to do now is I'm going to teach you how to create a basic project parameter. So let's say let me create an architectural template first. So let me create this. Okay, and then after that, I do have one question from one of the subscriber, and she's asking how to create sub-discipline for architecture discipline. Because as you can see from the properties here, if you check the discipline, so we have here several disciplines, right? Okay, but you will notice if you are going to, this is a Revit architecture template. Okay, if you're going to create a mechanical template, for example, a project using mechanical template, so you will notice aside from the discipline, there is a sub-discipline. Okay, there's a sub-discipline here that contains sub-discipline like HVAC, lighting, plumbing, power. Okay, so this is already created in a mechanical template. You already have sub-discipline. Now, let's say, for example, going back to my architecture project, you notice that you also want to create sub-discipline for architecture. Okay, so let's say, for example, you want to create a sub-discipline for architecture like uh, for presentation sub-discipline, submission sub-discipline, or WIP subdiscipline or whatever subdiscipline is that for your architectural. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. Let us add the subdiscipline. How are you going to create the subdiscipline project parameter? Okay, because as you can see, we don't have that here. Okay, so to do that, what you can do is you need to go to manage. Okay, go to the manage, and after that, from the settings, you can see their project parameters. So if I select project parameters, you will see that you have here one project parameter, which is occupant. Okay, so it's already created in this template. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one subdiscipline, and I'm going to add project parameter, and I'm going to call that subdiscipline. Okay, subdiscipline. And I'm going to make it as an instance. So when you say instance, you will be able to see it here. Okay, so this is your instance parameters. So if you click the edit type here, we are talking about now type properties. So if you want to place your subdiscipline inside the type properties, so you can select here type. But I want to place my subdiscipline in my instance parameters. That's why I'm going to select instance. Now, so for the discipline, I'll just select common, just a common discipline. And then after that, for the type of parameter, okay, so you have here options for the type parameters that you're going to create for your project parameter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just want to type. the parameter that I want for the subdiscipline. That's why I'm gonna select your text. Okay, so I just select your text. There you go. And then I want to place it also under the graphics. That's why from the group parameter under, I'm going to select the drop down arrow and then I'm going to select your graphics. So later on, you will see that my subdiscipline is under graphics. Now, for the categories, what category do you want to place your subdiscipline? Okay, as you can see, your discipline here is under the category of views. This is actually the view property. Okay, remember, if you do not select any object in your drawing area, the properties will show you the view properties. So this is the view properties. So I want to place my subdiscipline under the category of what? View. Okay, so you just select the views here. And then after that, you just need to select OK. There you go. So you now have subdiscipline. At the moment, there's no subdiscipline here. But if I select your OK, boom. There you go. Okay. So you can now type here since you selected text. So you can type. So let's say I'm going to create a multiple level 1. So just to give you an example. So this is my duplicate. Just duplicate. Okay, so let us play around. These are level 1. Let's say I want to create also level 2. Let's play around our sub-discipline. So let's say this one, I'm going to call this level 1 presentation. Okay, probably you already have name in your mind, so you can use that as you follow my example. Would you like to rename corresponding level in views? No need. So I just select no. All right, so this one, so let's say I will call this level 1, what? Work in progress. Okay. This one, what? Let's say this is my, oops, sorry. Right click, rename. Okay, so this is my level 1 submission or whatever is that. Okay, submission and then okay. So same with my level 2. So I'm going to create level 2, work in progress. No. Okay, so level 2, presentation. Presentation. And level 2, submission. Submission. All right. There you go. So after that, since this is presentation, so I'm going to select this. So I'm going to specify the subdiscipline here. I will call this presentation. Presentation, apply. Okay, so this one is presentation. This one is submission. If you already key in one project parameter, if you click the drop down arrow here, you can see now it's there. So you will now be able to select presentation in case you want to use again the presentation subdiscipline. Okay, but I'm not going to use that. So I want submission. Submission, apply. Okay, so there's a lot of ways and there's a lot of options that you can use to create your project parameter. So this is just one option. So I just created the subdiscipline. This is just one option. So if you want to create a parameter or project parameter for your area, you can also do that. Remember, I have an exercise for the area wherein there are some project parameters for the area type. If you still remember that, okay, this is how you create that parameter. Okay, if you do not know what I'm talking about, then you better browse my videos and then look for area topic. Okay, and then you can see there that there are some area types it's actually created by project parameter. Okay, so that is one way, and then this is another way. So here I'm creating a subdiscipline. In that exercise, I think the name is area type. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so this is my submission. This is my presentation level 1. This is my submission. This is my work in progress. Okay, so WP. Okay, then this one. All right. Level 2 presentation. So I'll just click the drop down. I just select presentation. Apply. This is submission. So I just click the drop down. Submission. Apply. And then work in progress. Apply. All right. So what I'm going to do is the next thing is I'm going to modify the project browser. So I'm going to make these shown as based on the subdiscipline. Okay. So I want to sort this based on subdiscipline also. So by the way, how to sort this? Okay, so let me try. So I'm going to right click the views here. Right click the views. Select browser organization. Okay, and then type discipline. Let me use type discipline. Check this one. You can edit this. Okay, edit. All right. So I'm going to filter it by discipline. No, 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 not this one. So grouping and sorting. So I'm gonna sort it by family and type, and then after that discipline, and then after that by subdiscipline. Okay, there you go. Subdiscipline is now available because we created this one. Otherwise, if you did not create subdiscipline, you will not be able to see that from the list. All right. Anyway, so after that, so family and type, discipline, subdiscipline. So I just select OK. Let me see how it will look like. Okay. There you go. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. You see? It's now sorted based on the subdiscipline. So family and type, discipline, and then subdiscipline. Now, why is it there's a question mark here? Why is it there's a question mark? The question mark, right? The reason why is it there's a question mark, you see it's the question mark is aligned with the subdiscipline, right? So meaning to say, if you click the site here, you will notice the subdiscipline is empty. So that is the reason why it's question mark. The Revit do not know what is the subdiscipline of this site. So that's why you just need to specify. So let's say, oh, I want this site to be under the presentation. So I'm going to select the site, and then I'm going to change the subdiscipline to presentation. There you go. Same with your ceiling here. So let's say, oh, I want this level 1 and level 2 to be under the work in progress subdiscipline. So I'm going to select both. By holding control, you can select both. And then you can change the subdiscipline. You can select work in progress. There you go. Okay, so let's say for the elevation also, I want this to be under work in progress. So I select, see that there's no subdiscipline, so I'm not going to specify. There you go. So no more question mark. So as you can see, okay, you will be able to use your project parameters so that you can filter out your model. Okay, so project parameters, you can use this for scheduling, sorting, and filtering in a project. Okay, okay, you follow? All right. Okay, so basically that's how you create a view project parameters. All right, so hope this exercise has been helpful to you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Right. So once again, this is Rich. Have a nice day.